Hi, everybody. This is Melissa Norris from James Beck. I'm back again with Michael Hoeppner, who is founder of GK Training. And we are introducing our second part of our four-part series around communications. Today, we're going to talk about how do you make emails compelling and differentiated. I'm finding that we're in a universe or a time when people are inundated with lots of emails. Everybody has kind of access to individuals over VC, over phone calls, over emails. And I know that a lot of allocators are feeling very inundated by investment managers trying to get their time and attention and trying to add value. So how do you suggest people differentiate themselves in this world of vast competition and write an email that's compelling and can grab somebody to get their attention?
Sure. What I think is a compelling email is something that is really personable for the person you're writing it to. Now, what that means is there's no shortcut for it to have an actual person-to-person kind of feel. How can you achieve that? Well, two things. One, start by speaking, not writing. And actually, what I like to recommend for clients is they get some sort of a voice transcription app. The one I like to use is called Otter. And just ask yourself a simple question: what do I really want to say to this person? Now, if you don't know this person, it's okay. Still, what do I really want to say to this target market? And just start talking. Because when people speak, they tend to speak in a much more colloquial, simple, attention-grabbing way than we write. Writing tends to come out like jargon. Speaking tends to come out in images, action verbs, and things like that. Then see what you spoke. Let it be transcribed. Take that and use that as the shell or the starting point for your email. Then, if you want to make it very compelling, make sure you put some sort of detail in the middle of a body paragraph that actually feels specific for that person. Now, if you have an email list of 20,000, you can't do that, obviously. But if you're emailing 200 people, perhaps, you might be able to substitute out key detail here or there within the body of the email so it feels very much personally written for that person who's reading it.
I like that. And I assume that could be used quite effectively when you're doing like a MailChimp mailing, because I have problems with that at times. I want to connect specifically with a prospect or a client, but I need to get a lot of information out to a lot of people. Mm-hmm. How do you personalize that? That's a really good point. So it's important to put in that first paragraph some sentence in there that refers to that individual or your relationship with that individual or your connection to that individual.
Yeah, it's more work, of course, but you have to figure out, okay, how much work is it anyway to send out all these emails that never get opened? By putting that information inside of the paragraph, it makes it feel less like, hi, valued customer, blah, 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 because there's actual personal information in that paragraph that's relevant for the person who's reading it.
Yeah, and there's also the question around the content, the value-added content. I think everybody, as you said in our last series, is providing free value-added content. Any tricks around making your content seem unique and novel?
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing I would point out there is that you do want to give away, as people often talk about, you want to give away your best stuff, not your worst stuff. But you can't give away all of your stuff. So whatever is your most valuable thing that actually takes 2 clicks, not just 1, but 2, that's what you want to start with. So an if-then sort of a formulation. But if you just give out the de rigueur stuff that everyone else is sharing, what's the point? It is a challenge, of course, and it's hard not to feel a little bit protective of things right now, because there's so much that's free that you begin to feel like, well, what the heck are people actually paying for then? What's the secret sauce? So you have to find a way to give away your best stuff and also, though, make that a 1-2 punch, not just a one-time kind of an interaction.
Okay, that makes sense. The last question I have is, I've always wondered, when a confirmation email is a good thing to do or not? So do you write back, hey, thank you, when they said thank you? Do you write back, got it, or looking forward to it? Or is that a waste of time and just clogging up somebody's inbox?
It is absolutely not a waste of time, and I'll tell you why. Because if you think about all the times that you've had some idea pop in your head late at night and you think, wait, did that person get that email? I never heard back from them. You open up your email, you search and you see the thing, they never wrote back. And you talk to them and said, oh yeah, I got the email. Yeah, we're all good to go. But that's one more little silly thing that's weighing on your mind. So it is much better to write back to people saying, confirmed, or something like that. Now, the key thing here is you want to make sure that you indicate to them what that means. So if you just say, thanks, okay, what the heck does that mean? So it needs to be some sort of acknowledgement that you got that, but also putting them at rest. There's nothing further that has to be done. If you think of this sort of goal of email inbox 0, the idea is you want to be closing email threads as frequently as you can. So the response would be something like, thanks, got it. I'll see you at that time, ... Or no further detail necessary on my side. See you then. Something colloquial and casual, but lets them know that this email thread is now done and completed, and it can be taken off that person's to-do list, because Lord knows that person, just like you, has plenty of stuff on their to-do list.
Perfect. Glad you know I'm handling that well. Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Michael. I appreciate it.
That's my pleasure. Thank you.